Hey, it's Kevin Lyman, and we're here at the Vans Warped Tour opening at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. And wow, 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still trying to catch my breath here because this is Meg Frampton, the better half of Dia and Meg and Dia. No, just saying that because she's not here. But 8 years. And tonight you're playing your first show out here on the plaza. So how's that?
You know, I feel it's very fitting because our first Warped Tour that we did, so many years ago was kind of like the kickoff to our career, actually. And so now that we're restarting, it makes sense that we're starting off with this 25th anniversary show. So it really makes sense for us. We're really, really so excited.
Yeah, they've always been a special part of my career because their manager, Mike Kaminsky, was my intern at one point. And then he worked out of the office, and I remember him bringing you over the first time I met you guys. And of course, I was going to support that, and the music was so good. And then bringing you out on the road, and all of a sudden you're thrown into kind of a heavy festival at that point. You were kind of there when it was a pretty heavy emo, screamo. We were almost entering that screamo phase, and here you guys got up on stage, but held your own.
Yeah, it kind of seems like our thing to just have these kind of little sisters who are playing their pop songs with these screamo heavy bands, but everybody's so sweet and nice, and always just made a lot of sense for us to be part of that scene. So it feels really comfortable, like even today, to come back to that.
So when you were put on the Warped Tour, did you really know much about it, or had you been going as a fan at all? Or?
Oh, I had so been going as a fan. Like, I remember first seeing Yellow Card and their violinist do a backflip off of the stage, and as a fan and as an attendee, it's like, wow, I gotta get into this somehow. And Dee and I loved Warped Tour, and so when we first found out that we would be playing, like, we were in our bedroom just like jumping up on our bed, just screaming because we were so excited. Like, it just meant so much to us.
Have you been practicing the backflip now? Because there's no more Yellow Cards, so we need a band that can do a backflip. Are you ready to take that?
I might pull off a handstand. Backflip might be a little bit much, but
but maybe. So I'm just gonna, going back to that time. What year was your first year on Warped Tour?
So 2006 was our first year.
So that was like coming right off. You were coming right off of like that My Chem and Fall Out Boy kind of breaking on Warped Tour. So you were out there with like Helmet and Under Oath and those bands out there. So that was a heavy tour. That was a pretty heavy tour. Did any of the bands give you any tips before you came that first year? I'm just wondering, or did you just how did you prepare for it?
Yeah, we kind of connected with Motion City soundtrack when they were on, and it wasn't so much advice, but more like kind of like a big brother, like, you guys got this, like, we'll support you, we'll show up, just kind of them being there in the audience and just supporting and just telling us that it'll be okay, you did good, you'll be fine.
And I'm trying to remember, like, your transportation that first year, was it on a production bus, or how did you get around that first year?
So our first year, our bus, there was some miscommunication, so they didn't show up for the first week. So all of the different band members were kind of just hopping onto different vans and different buses, and most of us were in little vans. So the first few days I had spent kind of sitting up in a corner of this little van, thinking, is this how the whole tour is going to go? But that was our first week of our first Warped Tour, so we were excited to do it any way we had to.
Which would naturally be, a lot of things happened. I mean, Dia went on to be on The Voice and do many other things. And what have you been doing these last 8 years?
I actually started a coffee shop in Salt Lake City, which I just sold my portion to my business partner so I could start playing music and touring again. So it kind of just went full circle.
All right. And was there like some sort of catalyst, or did it just feel right and you guys sitting down one day just said, hey, let's go do this again?
Yeah, I think that just as you get older, you kind of start thinking, I should be a responsible adult now. I don't know how long I can be in a band. Those thoughts start coming in. And so we try to do other things. Like, I tried to start a coffee shop. Dia did other things. But I think just something about music just kept pulling us back, and enough time had passed, and we just both kind of at the same time just felt like, we're ready to do this again. Like, we want to give this another shot. Like, this is what we love. We're ready to, like, it sounds cheesy, but like, go live our dream. Whatever happens, happens. And
That was me. I finally decided to be a responsible adult after, I'm now 58, so I went and decided to be a professor with Mike, your manager,
I heard you were a
he recruited
professor.
me. Like I recruited
Yeah.
him in kind of the business. I'm now a professor at USC, and
Yeah,
I
that's
see
so cool.
Mike more. I see Mike more now than even when we shared an office together for so many years. So tonight, first show.
Tonight's our first show. We've been rehearsing. I've been trying to visualize how it would be and how it would feel to step up on stage. Our band got together this morning and last night and kind of just walked around and looked at the stage and saw the big Vans Warped Tour sign on top of it, and we're just so excited and so ready.
Well, I know when Mike called me and said you're getting back together, I said they're going to play.
Yeah.
He goes, what do you mean? I said they're going to be here. They're going to be part of this show because I did it. Always love having you on the tours with me, and you guys are great people. That's ultimately who I booked on the tour many times, are people that I found are good people, and you guys were great people out on the road and great citizens of the community, and it's great to see you back in the community. I know a lot of people are excited about, and the other bands are too, and we'll be seeing you in Atlantic City.
Yep.
And we'll be seeing you in San Francisco.
Yep.
And what other I know it's a standard question, but where else can people see you this summer?
So we're also going to be doing the Disrupt Festival for a few shows in late July. And then the rest of it is a secret. But, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you'll see them with the Rolling Stones this summer. I'm sorry. No.
hope
The big
that's
update. Yeah, I'll let it out. But so thank you for coming to the Rock Hall. Enjoy the day. Hopefully you get to wander around here because, I think sometimes we don't realize, like when you walk around these halls, and you just see all this music and all these things.
All
And
the history.
And the history and being a small part of that history,
Yeah.
as a musician. You kind of get last night we almost got locked in, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool to sleep in here and see how many ghosts come out at night? It would have been awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing your set. You'll see me up there, and I'm just, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us during the celebration at the Rock Hall.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're so happy to be here.
Meg Frampton.